Beneath the shadow of Mount Taygetus, a boy stood barefoot on the cold earth, his body scarred from training, his eyes fierce with determination. His name was Dorian, a child of Sparta, and today he would prove himself worthy. From birth, he had belonged not to his family but to the state. Weak infants were left to the wilderness, but Dorian had survived. At age 7, he entered the Agage, the brutal training program that shaped boys into warriors. He learned to endure hunger, pain, and hardship. By 16, he had become a silent hunter, striking swiftly in the dead of night during secret tests of skill. Sparta's greatness had been forged through discipline and war. For centuries, the city-state stood as the dominant power of Greece. Its warriors were feared across the land, their phalanx formations nearly invincible. They had crushed Athens in the Peloponnesian War, proving that brute strength could outlast intellect and democracy. But power, like the sharpest blade, dulls over time. By the time Dorian reached manhood, Sparta was no longer the unstoppable force of old. The once great military state had won many battles but lost its people. The rigid laws that had made Sparta mighty had also made it fragile. The population dwindled. The Helots, the enslaved people who kept the economy running, grew restless. Then came the Battle of Leuctra. The Thebans, led by Epaminondas, shattered Sparta's invincibility, breaking their phalanx with revolutionary tactics. For the first time in centuries, Spartan warriors were defeated on the battlefield. Dorian, once believing his homeland was eternal, watched as the legend of Sparta crumbled before his eyes. Though Sparta would linger for centuries, its dominance was gone. No longer the ruler of Greece, it became a relic of the past, admired but powerless. As an old man, Dorian stood where he had once trained as a boy. The wind whispered through the ruins, carrying the echoes of warriors long gone. He placed his hand on the hilt of his rusted sword and whispered, "We were once gods of war." And then, like Sparta itself, he faded into history.